Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
This episode is brought to you by the Toyota Grand Highlander. Life's journey brings constant change filled with exciting surprises and grand challenges. And with its spaciousness, power, and style, the Toyota Grand Highlander is more than a vehicle. It's your partner in embracing all life throws at you. From the spacious adult-sized third row to seating for up to 8 passengers, the Toyota Grand Highlander is up for every grand challenge. Learn more at toyota.com/Grand Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to High School Hoops with your hosts, Steve Collins and Jake Stager.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Very excited to join us. Before we jump in, I'd like to give a big shout out to our 2 sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the #1 shooting machine on the market. They've decided to sponsor us for another year, so we're very excited. But mention us, that will give you a great deal. They'll take very good care of you. Mention them and or mention us, and you'll get $400 off. And they, trust me, they will take really good care of you. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It's a one-stop shop for basketball coaches. It's everything you need to take your coaching to the next level. So go over and check that out. You will not be disappointed. Prices are going up. So as you listen to this, I would just jump in now. That's what I'm telling you. I got to pay for my son and daughter's college education. I got to pay for the people that help me. Anyway. So this is all free, but that's how I get paid. So, all right. So today I'm going to talk about practice planning and the last couple years under COVID and the kind of the structure of basketball practice. So I am guilty of this. I am sure all of you are guilty of the exact same thing. Since COVID hit, there has been an explosion of information, an explosion of stuff, an explosion of things that can make us better basketball coaches. And 97.8% of it is really, really good stuff. And I don't question it. I don't question the material. I don't question the content. I question how we are to implement this. This is my argument here. Youth coach, you go twice a week. Yes, you should be about skill development. Yes, you should do small-sided games. Yes, you should probably spend less time on quote-unquote plays and offenses and that zone defense. 100% agree. However, as we go up the stairs and as we progress as coaches, as our players progress, there is a at least for me, and I would love to hear how everyone else talks about this, but at least for me, there is a crunch of time. And what do I mean by this? Well, so as a high school varsity basketball coach in my state, okay, different in every state, different everywhere that you go. I will start on a Monday. I will have tryouts on a Monday, and Monday and Tuesday are tryouts days to pick my team. Wednesday would be the first day. We only practice 6 days a week. We do not practice 7 days a week. And we have, 12 practices maybe before our first game. And then we will play on a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We will play on a Tuesday, Saturday. We will play on a Thursday, Saturday. So once the season starts, we don't have a lot of time for game prep. Now, I can hear the voices out there saying, well, don't worry about that. Don't worry about the other team. Just worry about yours. I get that. I get that I would like to do more shooting. I get that I would like to do more sided games. I get that I would like for the players to develop. But I, as the teacher, have to make sure that I have enough tools in my tool chest or toolbox to go to battle. I have to have an offense and I have to have a defense and I have to have a press break and I have to have out of bounds plays. And we have to be efficient at those. So what happens? All of a sudden, someone throws a 1-3-1 at us and we haven't worked at it, and this is, and I'm doing this podcast literally a week after my first week of practice. And I have, in my opinion, a really good team and exceptionally young men that can pick things up very quickly. I know I have a script. So I've had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday were tryouts, so you can only do so much. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. I'm taping this on a Sunday. I have Monday, Tuesday, I have my scrimmage on Wednesday. I come back Thursday, Friday, I play on Saturday. And then the following week, I go Thursday, Saturday. So I, as the coach, as the leader of as the captain of the ship, have to have my players ready. I have to have them ready for the test. And if I spent 75% of my time on small-sided games, I wouldn't have it. I mean, we have so many things that we need to clean up that I feel bad. I feel guilty. I feel like I'm not doing what I need to do, even though I've won 80% of the basketball games I've ever coached in and won 3 state titles and taken my team to 10. I'm not saying this to brag, but taking my team to 10 state tournaments. I feel like, this little voice is saying you should be doing this. You should be doing this. And it's like, I think there's more than one way of doing this. I have definitely pivoted on how I run practice, on how I tackle it. Like I said in a clinic, I run my practices similar to games where we have breaks, we have blah blah blah. But I just think that there's a bunch of preaching that if you don't do it one specific way, it's wrong. I mean, I've tweeted about this. I've said a little bit about this on my Facebook group, but there's more than one way of setting up a practice. There's more than one way of teaching. I believe coaching is an art, and that and that there's more one way of painting a landscape. And I as someone that's been very successful, as someone who runs a pretty successful coaching business, feels that there's a lot of judgment. I feel like there's a lot of coaches.
Are you ready for more independence as a financial advisor? Are you ready for more growth and control over your future? The Independent Registered Investment Advisor, or RIA, model might be right for you. There are many paths to independence, and Schwab Advisor Services has helped thousands of advisors make the move with confidence. From defining your vision to successfully transitioning your clients, Schwab helps you build your roadmap to independence. To find your path, start with Schwab Advisor Services at advisorservices.schwab.com/paths today.
I don't know how to say it. They're not bullying, but they're judging. They're judging, you shouldn't do that way, or you shouldn't run that drill, or you shouldn't do that, or you should always put a defender in, or you should. Okay, maybe with your team. And half the people saying this aren't coaching at a level where if they don't win, they lose their job. So that's my first point. Okay, some are, but some aren't. And the second point is, okay, I also hate layup lines. I think 3-man weave, but there might be a point in which you can tweak that and use it inside of your practice. So in the spirit of the holidays, in the spirit of everything that's going on, I would ask all the coaches to have open minds, to be willing to know that there's more than one way, and that the old way isn't the wrong way and the new way isn't the right way. There's probably a combination of that. And that, again, that some coaches only coach the way that they were taught. I 100% agree. I don't coach the way I did 20 years ago, and I don't structure things the same way. And if you don't change, you'll be a dinosaur. I 100%. But I think the judgment, I think the way that you tackle it. So here's my advice to you as a basketball coach. Look at you. Look at your team. Look at what they're good at. Look at what they need work on. I know my team. I know what we need to work on. So I'm spending more time on those specific skill sets than the other skill sets. I'm not going to say them because I'm going to put this up during the season, but I have some. I have 100%. And I also know there's a couple areas in our game that I, over the summer and spring and fall, have realized that, we don't know that very well, and we need work on those. I've leaned into those. I've increased the percentage of time in practice that we're working on those skill sets or those specific team sets. So I think you really got to do the reflection. But I would ask all the coaches out there to not be so judgmental. Not there. You know what? You can't do everything that everyone says. I mean, I got 80 billion shooting drills that all are 97% of them are small sided game. I can't do them all. I have to pick the ones that are going to work for my team. I'm going to pick the things that are going to be effective and good for my team to be successful. So I would ask all of you to do that. Have a great holiday season. I hope everyone's gets what they want under the tree or whatever. I hope everyone has a great holiday season. So remember, go over and check out Dr. Dish, and surely go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Stop by Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off select paints and stains May 2nd through the 12th. It's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Refresh your home inside and out with colors that make every space feel brand new. From cozy interiors to stunning exteriors, we've got the perfect shade for your next project. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.